thing to take that depression out on, and I needed a sort of way to get myself out of it, and for me it was the food that I focused on. But then it started to get more and more serious because I became obsessed with having this routine where I had to eat certain things at certain times, and I couldn't go a day without exercising, and it just got worse and worse every week. And over that summer period it just went into a very dangerous routine where I was cutting back so much and over-exercising so much that the weight loss was becoming more dramatic. At the time it felt that I was in control, and I was in control of my body, I was in control of what I was eating and what weight I was losing. But actually it was anorexia that was in control, it wasn't me. But that's how it felt, and if I could focus on the food, it took my mind off all the other worries that I had in my life. I think after my 21st birthday I knew things had to change, and the turning point was really about a month later, and I had a bad sickness bug, and because I had nothing left in me to kind of keep me going or to fight off the bug, it was the first time that I was really scared of death, because I thought, if I keep going like this, I'm going to die. I went to the doctor, and it was that moment when I was diagnosed with anorexia that I didn't know what was going to happen in my life. I had no idea what anorexia was. I had no idea how to get better. Thankfully, I had a really good team through the NHS as well who helped me, and I got on really well with my nurse. So she was able to really support me too and help me out of it. And my mum and dad were always there for me, and I knew that I could always speak to them if I wanted to, and that made me feel a lot better. I started realising that I could get better. So I started putting effort into my recovery. When I started going to my sessions, I would actually do what they told me to and make the food increases and write in my food diary properly, and really made an effort to put the weight on. It was really scary at first, but once the weight started going on, life started getting better. Music was such a big thing in my recovery because I was able to write songs about how I was feeling, so sometimes I didn't know how to say things or how I was feeling or find the right words. But in my singing, it just made it a lot easier. And in a few weeks, I'm hoping to be able to record these songs and let people hear them, and hopefully it'll maybe create some awareness, or it'll encourage and inspire other people to get better as well. The difference between people who just watch what they're eating in terms of being healthy, and the difference between somebody who has an eating disorder is that it's all in your mind. People forget that an eating disorder is a mental illness. So an eating disorder is not about wanting to be thin. It was never about that for me. It was about the real life issues that I was facing, and the real life stress and anxiety and depression that I was facing. So if you have an eating disorder, the biggest thing you can do is talk to someone. It doesn't have to be a doctor straight away. It can be a friend or a relative or somebody that you trust. But opening up is the best thing you can do, and the only way that recovery is possible is if you have a good support network around you, and so you need to open up to find that support network.